literally, to me, this is Chem Block, like in a nutshell.
The thing is, I want to play with the throttle control and really.
Oh, it's rad. You know, if I was designing shoes, it'd be like all stupid, ugly fucking colors.
But it, like my calibration of my brain with it is. I want to play with the throttle control and really. But
throttle control is pretty rad.
Like my calibration of my brain with
My
it.
calibration of my brain. I mean, you sound punch drunk. You sound like Riddick Bowe. Not Riddick Bowe. What's the guy that fought Holyfield forever? And then he fought Andrew Galata and hit him. Andrew Galata hit him in the nuts. I wanted to show you a little bit of that, which was going on give me the analytics. Oh my god, what's happening? Alex, oh my god, where is it? There it is. Ultimate header, everything's showing up here. How you guys doing? As you can see, I have a little bit of a newer background back here. I have some backlighting. I have a nice ring light. I now have a dog, not my dog, it's Jake's dog from Power by the Hour. Her name's Coco. Say hi, Coco. Coco, there you go. There she is. She doesn't give a shit. She's just hanging out with me. So how you guys doing? Episode 60. We're going to talk about your boy Chem Block. Everyone's like, can't hear me too much. What do you mean you can't hear me too much? The thing is, turn up the volume on your Metro PCS phone. So last week, early in the week or late in the week after my show, the Mach E GT, they showed a clip of it like getting down, like legit getting down. So it was really impressive to see what that thing could do, like legitimately what that thing could do. And a lot of people's minds started to get changed. And I sat there and went, told ya, like legit told ya. And a lot of people are like, oh, it makes that kind of noise? It can if you want really loud gears. It moves like that? It can if you want it to, just like an electric RC car. But a lot of people finally started to see, in my opinion, what the capability is of an electric motor powered vehicle made for a purpose, like legitimately made for a purpose. Now, I don't know much about Vaughn Gittin Jr. I know he's a drifter, RTR, but I don't really pay attention to that whole world. But I am so happy, Ford, you decided to pick him to actually showcase the vehicle and build it with him. Like legitimately showcase the vehicle and build it with him, because he describes things very well. He tells you the vehicle weight, he tells you the motor, he tells you the inverter, he tells you the center of gravity, he tells you the power output, he tells you the torque output, he tells you everything. And you're like, Vaughn Gittin, what's this? And he goes, ba, 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 ba. Vaughn Gittin, what's that? Da, da, da. Vaughn Gittin to me is a car guy. In my opinion, Chem Block is a punch drunk guy who crashes into everything and designs some really, really ugly shoes. And he somehow got co-opted. I guess, how do people think a 55-year-old guy is cool? He's probably younger than me. But how do people think that guy that goes, this is what they asked him. They said, what do you think about the Mach E? He goes, I think it was rad. What year is it that you're saying the word rad? Rad. Like rad, white people. Do you co-sign on Chem Block? Because seriously, if you like DC shoes and you like what's going on with his shit and you swish Mountain Dew between your teeth while you're fucking chewing on, chew with Big Red wrapped around it, I don't know why you're watching my show. I want to take the stupidity out of the car culture. And this guy to me is just the biggest dud. Now, Vaughn Gittin is absolutely the opposite. That guy seems to be on point. The dude is like smart sounding, descriptive. He looks personable. That's the guy, Ford, you should have on. I know they have him on his shit and everything, but you could take Chem Block and replace him with someone similar to Vaughn Gittin. You know who Ford Racing should actually go after, because I think they're trying to piggyback off of the dumbass shit. The dumb, yee culture, Monster Energy drink, oh my God. Look, YOLO Douchebag was literally modeled after Ken Block. Hey, Ken Block, what do you think about the? You want to design some shoes? Yeah, I want to design some shoes. What do you think we should do? We should paint them really stupid fucking colors and make them look flat and put DC on the back and call it like weird fucking names like the Interceptor, like rad stuff. You're gonna smack the lip, and then you're gonna get laid pipe, and then you're just gonna get fucking pitted, and you smack the lip, whoopah, and you're just gonna get pitted, oh man, craw, craw. It's like, you sound like that Australian surfer dude. Like, oh, hey, man, just get barreled, man, just get barreled. So, I really would like Ken Block out of my life. But the problem is, a lot of people like his stupid shit. Hooning just sounds stupid. I say hooning sort of like tongue in cheek, like, you want to go hooning? Because, that's what stupid people say. But it's become a huge brand. So, hey, I'm wrong, right? Fuck me. But that guy needs to get the fuck out of motorsports. The guy crashes into everything. Not that talented. Seems to have some money and sort of hovers around it. And he got popular by doing Gymkhana videos, which took about 800 takes per freaking corner, because you could see the burnout marks on the ground. I'm like, how many wheels did you ruin doing that? Oh, but it was rad. Let's just tie some chains to a building and do all-wheel drive burnouts. Now, did you guys see in that video? They had the RTR, the Hoonicorn, whatever. I fucking hate that name. The Hoonicorn Mustang thing. It was there. And it was funny when it tried to do a power slide like the Mach E GT and like the Mach E 1400. Sorry, it's not the Mach E GT. And it couldn't. It just couldn't. You could hear it go, whoa, and you hear it go, whoa. The lack of torque was very apparent. You had to be in the right gear. You had to be constantly jostling through the gears to keep it in the torque band. Whereas the Mach E concept vehicle, you just give it more gas and it goes, wee! 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 It was nasty. Cobra guys must love that thing. I'm thinking Cobra guys got the biggest hard-on the planet watching that thing go. So it was really nice to see Ford and RTR and Varn Gittin specifically showcasing that vehicle. I think someone like a Matt Sopa deserves a break. The guy is personable. If anyone was going to build me a drift car, which I don't get drifting, but I know it's hugely popular, it would be Matt Sopa. The guy builds his own parts. He's like legitimately, does his own work in his garage, and he goes out there, drifts the car, super personable, nice guy, good looking, seems to have a good life. I'm a piece of shit and I'm over the hill, so I'm done. I'm not going to get any kind of Ford sponsorship. But someone like a Matt Sopa, I am shocked that Ford doesn't go, why don't we give you a nudge? You're out there doing it, and people like Ken Block, who designs the ugliest shoes on the fucking planet, drinks sugar water and has 2 teeth left to his name, gets to drive badass shit and Ford sponsorship. I don't know what executive at Ford got caught cheating on his wife and needed to have, maybe Ken Block caught him, and maybe that's the reason, he's involved in the whole situation. But it blows my mind that he's even still on this thing. So every time I see him, I take the opportunity to make fun of him because he provides zero interest. It's like, what do you think of this? Rad. Okay, so I know you guys have talked a lot about that, but I got a lot of questions in the last... Damn, I'm trying to think. A lot of questions in the ticket system about becoming a tuner. It's becoming more and more, people are interested in doing it. I don't know if it's because of the COVID-19 stuff, or maybe they just want a career change and they see me and they think it's a sexy process. Understand this, guys. Tuning is not a sexy process. Tuning is absolutely not a sexy process. It is work. Now, I can see a certain personality types and go, that guy could be a good tuner. That guy could be a good tuner, or that guy could be a good tuner. I don't think it really matters what you know, but you need to learn quickly, do simple math, understand engines a little bit, but above all, you need to be good at customer service skills. That's right. You need to be good at talking, typing, communicating, because that is 80% of the work is communicating and talking with the customer. Now, there is a reason. A lot of people are complaining that we're going to raise our prices August 1st. look, man, that's going to weed out the guys that look for, just a comparison. We want to be premium. We are premium, primo steak. The girl that you look at and you're like, I'm just marrying her. I am not going to date her. I'm just going to marry that one because that's the one. You know what you're getting into. So we probably want to stand out a little bit and go, the customers that come to us are paying for a premium product. And I hope we attract that kind of customer. But you got to understand, a lot of people don't even know what the flex tune is. Then they order it. They literally order it. And I'm like, wait a minute. You're telling me you don't know what the flex tune is and you ordered it? Yup. I heard my buddy had it and I want it. Okay, why? He's fast, so I want to be fast like him. I'm like, so then you have to, as a customer service representative or a tuner, you have to explain slowly but surely what it is, how it works. I've gotten to the point where I say, bro, if you don't know what it is, go on YouTube and do your research. Go on YouTube and do your research. I am not going to sit there and hold your hand through the process. You can't load or tune on an Engage? Look it up on YouTube. You are having issue communicating? Look it up on YouTube. I have done a lot of videos with a lot of FAQs just so that the customer service is a little better. I just send them a link to my shit and the flex tune, they understand it. Changing the signals, they understand it. So if you want to be a tuner, you have to be good at customer service. If I was hiring a tuner, I want to know that you speak well, you have patience, you know cars a little bit, you can learn quickly. I don't care how smart you are. I don't care what degree you have. I don't care. You have to be good with people first, in my opinion. If you're one of those guys that thinks you're going to be on a dyno, tune a car to make 1,100 once a day and think that's good enough, well, get ready to make $600 a day. That does not pay for a business, a building, electricity, nothing. Okay. This is a business where you deal with a lot of customers. You do a lot of talking. You deal with personalities because who is more high maintenance than anything? Car guys. It goes Shelby guys. By far the highest maintenance. By far. They think their car is some kind of, not Ford. It is a Ford. And I'm going to treat you like it's a Ford. It is no different. It's just more expensive, but I'm going to treat you the same. Then it's Boss 302 guys. For whatever reason, Boss 302 guys think their car is hot shit. Then Shelby guys, GT350 guys, they're kind of cool. They're like, yeah, it's a nice car. And yeah, like, give me a flex tune, give me an 85 tune. Let's fucking party. They're okay. Then GT guys, premium performance pack GT guys. And then the base of the base, the non-performance. Every time I see a tune that says 19 auto non-performance package, I'm like, looks like he's poor. But they're easy to deal with. Because a tune wakes the car up so much that they're just happy to be, I got a tune, man. Holy shit. I can't believe it. I got a tune. And then if you get a tune from I got a tune from YOLO, man. We're friends now. Let me send him a friend request. Oh shit, he denied it. Let me send it again. Oh shit, he denied it again. That's okay. He probably busy. No, I just don't want to be your friend. So, customer service, patience, and it's not sexy. It is not a sexy job. It is work. If you've ever worked in a factory, which I can't imagine unless you're under 50 years old, you've ever worked at a factory. But I'm telling you, it is ka-chunk, 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 ka-chunk. But, checking the butt, literally doing the same thing all the time because you have to be okay with repetition, but you get good with repetition. You see patterns, you see things people do, so you can anticipate things before they happen. So being good at customer service, being good with people, speaking well and typing well, in my opinion, is almost more important than what you know, plain and simple. So before I get into it and into the questions, I have a fan whose wife is awesome. Her name is Sabrina, right? Sabrina, what is her last name? She actually paid, and she didn't really have to pay, but she did pay. Sabrina Kuntz. She has a husband named Kemp Kuntz, and his birthday is Thursday on the 30th. Happy birthday from your wife, Sabrina. Dude, your wife actually hit me up and said, can you say happy birthday on your show to him? I said, absolutely. So what you got to do is you have to eat her ass. You have to eat her ass when you see her because she deserves an ass eating because she went out of her way to hit up a guy that you watch all the time to say happy birthday on the show. So happy birthday, Kemp. Eat your wife's out. Eat your wife's ass out for all of us. Think of all of us when you're eating your wife's ass out. Thank you, Sabrina, for the money, and happy birthday, Camp Kuntz. Okay, so on to the questions. I'm going to get right to it because I have been slacking with the questions. So I know a lot of you have asked the same thing over and over. So this is what's going to start happening. If there's a question that pops up that I have answered a bunch of times and you paid, I'm going to give it to you a little bit. I'm going to give you a little shit because if you're a fan of this show and you ask the same shit over and over, meaning Gen 1 car, do I need a revision for long tube headers? The answer has been no since the beginning of time. And if you paid me $20 to do that, you're literally setting yourself up to get made fun of. So let's get to it. Sabrina Kuntz, the woman who's going to get some salad tossing later tonight by Kemp, said, I know you told me I didn't have to pay, but I want to support the channel that he loves. He lost his job due to COVID. The virus hit, and this will make him smile. Man, that sucks that you lost your job, Kemp. But maybe eating your wife's ass and me saying happy birthday makes your week. And she paid again, so she's spending, is it your money or her money? I mean, you're unemployed. She shouldn't be hitting me up with money. But she said, I figure out how to give you more money just showing our support. Very nice of you. Thank you very much, Sabrina and Kemp. David Jaffrey, give me a buck. Man of War says channel support from Alberta, Canada, which supposedly, according to the congressional hearing today, is in way better shape than the United States, but it is still locked down. How the fuck can Canada be doing better than the United States and it's still locked down? Get the fuck out of here. Billy Gunn says channel support, pachanga se la come. Raheem Wilson says, code PO300 on a Gen 1 boosted is usually caused by what? That is a general misfire code, right? So what's happening is the car is detecting a misfire and it just kicks that code. And what usually happens in the data log is they go flat. They literally go flat. 727 Steve D said, Mach S thoughts. Mach S, I got to get back to you on that one. I haven't heard anything about the Mach S. So basically what you see is a flat line. The car goes into misfire logic. The AFR still works, but I think the trims wig the fuck out and go flat. So what would I start checking? First of all, do a crank relearn if you haven't already. Typically, once you replace the clutch, once you replace the transmission, once you replace anything, and if you did not do a crank relearn, it can throw a misfire code because it has to learn the flywheel mass again. If you have a bad spark plug, it can cause a misfire. If you have a bad coil, but usually those are specific. It'll say PO301, cylinder 1 misfire, 302 cylinder 2s, 303 cylinder 3. But when it's PO300, it's general. So it's like happening somewhere that the computer can't recognize. So I would do the process of crank relearn, spark plugs, coil, just kind of do a health and wellness check on the vehicle and see what's going on with the guy. Matt Sopa says, thank you, bro. Gave me $5 and says, I bought Derek Perez's Gen 1 engine with ComCam stage 3s. Not going 85 or the CJ, but 18 manual. Will the stock injectors work with 91 or are LU47s required? As long as you're on pump gas, Matt Sopa, stock injectors, you will love that engine. That engine probably makes 430 or 440 on pump gas. That engine is very well weathered and not beat. The guy takes care of his shit. If you saw his Gen 1 car, it is mint. He just races it, does dyno shit. But other than that, the car looks and performs really well. You're going to be happy with that engine, guaranteed. But 91 octane stock injectors, you're good. Now, if you do want to see the power potential of that engine, get yourself a set of LU47s and we'll get you tuned up and throw some E85 in it. That thing will fucking honk. It'll probably make, God damn it, it'll probably make 450, 460, maybe 470. That's a good amount of power for your car. And it'll come in handy when you're turning in, smacked in the lip. Hoopa! Hoopa! Can't block. It's so fucking rad. It's a fucking rad. Hey, Ken, you just went up to space. Can you describe what Earth looks like from space? Oh, man. There's only one word to describe it. Rad. Fuck. So Matthew Trefethen says, Alex, would a FP50 short block with forged internal support 700 horsepower? Would an FP? Am I missing something? Is there a FP? What is FP? Would a FP 5.0 short block with forged internals, Ford Performance, okay, Ford Performance, 500 short block with forged internals support 700 horsepower. It'll support 1,000. See, with E85, it could make 1,000, you know? It sounds like you're saying Ford Performance, 5.0 short block with forged internals support 700. Yeah. On pump gas, I wouldn't try it. That's the other thing I've started seeing a lot. Everyone touting pump gas numbers. Look, just because you can make 750 horsepower on pump gas does not mean you should. You are legitimately playing Russian roulette by making that much power on pump gas. Just because it can do it and not blow up immediately doesn't mean it'll eventually not blow up. Pump gas 700 plus, and you think it's going to be like a long-lasting thing? If it blows up, I'm going to be waiting in the back going, yeah, that's why we don't do that shit. That's why we don't do 750 and up horsepower on pump gas. You got to be smoking that crack. Arnold Hafner says, no better way to spend an afternoon than Alex Stream, Sapporo, and a blunt from some loud. Love from San Diego. He just says some slang shit that he probably just put out a hit on me. But thank you, Arnold Hafner. El Coyote says, are you able to run without a catch can or line from the right side of the engine to the intake manifold for NA? Or will there be a vacuum leak? Breather only for boost. As long as the ports that it was going to are not open, you can run 2 breathers. It's not going to be a problem. But if you have like an open port that the line was going to, like to the intake manifold or the cold air, yeah, you'll have a vacuum leak. But if you just want to run 2 breathers or 2 catch cans like I do in the Fairmont has a passenger side and a driver side catch can. I don't have anything going to the cold air or the manifold per se. I don't have any vacuum leaks. El Coyote says, are you able? Okay, I already got that. El Gapo 2020 GT says, channel support. A 2020 GT full Brett Barber ported CJ setup with a twin 65mm throttle body, Steeder closed airbox, LU47s, and a BAP help me in any way? No, a BAP will not help you in any way. Again, it is supplying the fuel that is in the tank. So if you have a boosted pump on pump gas, it's just pushing more shitty pump gas into your fucking injectors. If you have E85, it's just going to push more E85. The thing that's going to help you the most is having the highest octane possible on your vehicle. The highest octane possible on your vehicle, whether it be 101 octane unleaded or ethanol. But a BAP, I don't think is necessary on a CJ setup at all. On Gen 3, Gen 2, Gen 1, maybe. But on Gen 3, it has 16 injectors. 16 injectors. You'll be okay on the stock stuff. El Gapo. James Jackson said channel support. Gave me $10. Thank you very much, brother. I really appreciate you. B2SFEA. What the hell is that all about? What the fuck? Where are you? Oh, man. Okay. I got a code PO68A on my Gen 1 posted on Facebook. What can it be? Now, that's like an internal FEA. What a name. Jake Brunch says, how much are the prices going to be raised? $50. Guys, $50. That's it. $50. So if a tune was $200, $250. If your revision window used to be $50 for every 3 months. So what we did was, if you were to buy it for 6 months, that would have been $100, right? 50 and then 50. But what we said, well, how about 150 and make it for 6 months? And I'm like, okay. And so basically the price only went up $50. And people went ape shit. Oh my God, I can't believe it. I'm like, dude, $50. We are premium. We probably want to weed out the guys that are going to that are looking to tune shop, right? If you're tune shopping, you get tuned by VMP, you get tuned by anyone else, AED, all those guys, and we're $50 more, and you second guess the purchase because of price. That's probably in the long run going to be a good thing. But this is what's going to happen. Those people are going to get a good amount of customers in the short run. They're going to be like, oh my God, look at all these orders coming in because people are mad at Lund, right? Oh. And then what do they have to do? They got to talk to those people. They got to handle those people. They got to answer 50,000 questions. And eventually people are going to say, holy shit, man. You know, maybe Lund is worth, the money. I never had a problem with Lund. He always gave me revisions in about a day or two. And he just gave me the shit and it was done. That shit was just, I turned it on and it was fine. Hell, I was talking to Brandon the other day and he said, orale, vato, I think your cam and the intake side is fucked up. And I said, oh shit, man, I think you're right. Because we did open gears the other day in the driveway in the valley. And he's like, yeah, man, I think you put it on fucked up. And he knew, man. Shit, maybe it's worth the $50, man. What's going to happen is they're going to come back and go, God damn it, the customer service is on the money. The customer service is so good. So maybe in the short run, people will flock to other tuners. That's okay. That's okay. But if you want top dog service, badass tunes, I heard a guy the other day that we're cookie cutter. That's fine. If we're cookie cutter and we're going that fast and beating the shit out of everybody and doing most volume, most records, most everything, I'm okay with that. That means John's tunes are that fucking good. And every adjustment all of our tuners make are that good. Sorry. But yeah, prices only went up $50 and some people lost their shit, but that's okay because eventually you're going to say, coño, está bueno, you know, that's okay, man. They do good, man. I think I'm just going to pay. Fuck it. Because what's going to happen? You're going to get the new shit. 2021 Mustang, 2025, new this. Who gets the best shit fastest first and right the first time? Sorry. So prices go up $50 whole dollars. That's right. That's 10 Monster Energy drinks. Looking for an AMS Short Block. Looking at an AMS Short Block. Thoughts on them? Thoughts on the water jacket supports? Zachary Smith, never heard of AMS. AMS. Maybe you think I know more than I know, but there are so many 3-letter alphabet companies out there that I lose track. I have no idea who AMS is. I'm sorry. Thank you for the money, though. I appreciate that. Horsepower Addiction says, do you think Gapple's total seal rings make a difference? You got to talk to an engine builder. Again, engine building questions, go to engine builders. Tuning questions, go to tuners. And very rarely does one know how to do both. Donnie Whitlow says, some money for the dog. Thank you for the $2. I appreciate that, brother. Also, they have compression options 11 to 2 or 12 to 5. Zachary Smith. If you're going to run 85, get the high compression. Always. Ernesto Gomez says, hey, Alex, I'm going Paxton kit next month. What do I do to get 650 roll horsepower at 4,500 feet of elevation? What pulley? Also stuck on pump gas LU47 or ID1050. Okay, if you want to make 650, I don't want to play Russian roulette with LU47, even at altitude, because you're going to need a 3.3 or a 3.1 pulley on pump gas to make 650 at that kind of altitude. You know what I'm saying? The 3.6 at sea level makes 650, 670, 680. The 3.3 with the 85 can make up to 800, but you're at elevation and you're going to be stuck on pump gas. That means timing won't be any higher than 15 or 16 degrees. That means you're going to need a 3.3 or a 3.1 to get you that kind of power at that elevation. And I would go 1050 injectors, sir. Jeremiah Bright says, and he's gone. Fuck it. He's gone. Jeremiah Bright. Where are you? Holy shit. I got to catch up. My God. Here we go. I got a 2020 PP1 Auto X-Pipe dealer installed Roush Phase 2 kit. I'm so sorry. Why did you go with that kit? That kid's Bobo shit, man. That kid is proven to be garbage. Sorry, Jeremiah Bright. That wasn't such a bright move. Hey, yo, thank you very much. Options after 336, Lund Flex, there's no flex. And fueling upgrades and have fun. Honestly, you should trade that bitch in for a Whipple or a Edelbrock 2650. Plain and simple. I love you, Jeremiah. You're going to be battling high IAT issues the rest of your life. And you're going to try to do everything on the planet to get rid of the high IAT issues. And it is the blower and intercooler that are garbage. Roush absolutely screwed that one up. Whipple Edelbrock is my choice of top mount blowers, period, for Gen 3 Mustangs. Sorry, there's not much. I mean, you could get a heat exchanger. You can get aftermarket intercoolers. You could get rid of that fucking thing and put a Whipple or Edelbrock on it and be done. Slow Yodi Daniel says, channel support, bitch. Thoughts on the Fox body notchback rendering? I don't like it. I don't like it at all. It looked pretty fucking ugly. But look, the Fox body is an ugly car. The people that like it have sentimental value, like I do. I look at a 92 red GT and I go, that's badass. I want some 1510 and 6.5 backspace drag lights on the bitch, 28 10 5 15 slick, and a drag light 15 by 3.5 front. Period. Correct. But I want a Coyote in it with a face-plated TKO. That's what I would love one of these days if I can get myself into an AC Cobra. But I don't like rendering. I don't like retro styling at all. That's why I think the Bronco looks like shit. For whatever reason, people love it. Now they're coming out with a Bronco truck, Gladiator, Aviator, Shadiator, whatever, Ater. It's ridiculous what they're doing with the Bronco. But I don't like any retro stuff, so I don't like any newer Mustangs looking like retro design Fox bodies. Not a good look in my opinion. The famous Ice Wallow says, hey, Alex, do I need a revision for my Gen 1 if I get long tubes? No, you do not. And he did that on purpose. Good for you. $5. Bandy says, Gen 3 Coyote, Auto E85, ported manifold, long tubes, proper tires. Would you suggest a converter or gears for an NA setup? Yeah, man. I mean, get a converter to get out of the hole. That's the biggest issue with these cars. Gen 3s with boost like a second gear leave above like 750 robo horsepower. They like a second gear leave. With a converter, they really like a second gear leave. So NA, you need all the help you can get, in my opinion, to get out of the hole in first gear. Or maybe if the stall is high enough, you might be able to launch in second, but I don't think you make enough power for a second gear leave NA. You can do 373s or 355s, but I've seen the Steeda car go really quick on 315s, but he is light. They are light. So that's something you're going to have to, as you saw with the red car, once you make it light, it really moves out. Jose Delgado gave me $20 and says, Gen 2 fourth piston and rods. NA for now, Edelbrock supercharged in the future on 85. What cams? Comp cam stage 3s. Gen 2, NA, boosted, turbo, whatever. Comp cam stage 3s. That's it. Don't ask me about any other cam. Comp cam stage 3s. Okay, Ezekiel Palacios gave me $10 and said nothing. My favorite type of question. Marcus Chester says channel support. Thanks for dialing in my 15 with the V3 and the video about plugs with the white car. Sadly got COVID. Oh, he got the Rona. And now he got stuck in the house and can't enjoy the car for a few weeks. YOLO for the win. Thank you very much. Sorry, you got the Rona. Channel support, bro, but hope to get rid of the 3-valve later this year and hop on a Gen 2 following what I've learned from you. Keep up the good work. Thank you, Alex Gutierrez. Viva la Mexico. Orlando Chavez, he's probably from Panama. I'm Panamanian. Fuck you, bro. Orlando Chavez says nothing and gave me $10. My favorite type of comment and question. Mario Aguila says 19 GT Whipple stage 2 on pump gas and boosting. Took out cylinder 7. Whoa! You took out cylinder 7 on boosting? Impossible. Thoughts on an L&M or Illinois sleeve block plus a 4 fuel system to run E85 only? Yes and yes. Either company is reputable. Either company will take care of you. Get the high compression one. Don't be stupid and get a 9-to-5 compression one. And yes, get a 4 Innovations level 2 or higher fuel system to run E85 so you never have to run boosting. Again, I hate octane booster. Sorry about the PO68A, but it glitched and I couldn't hear. I said, let us know because it's usually a cold air or throttle body internal performance torque calculation issue. Sometimes we just flick the code off and the car's fine. David Jaffrey says, checking in before Danny Green drops a Quincy. Apoyo, perra, y préstamo. David Jaffrey's my favorite. He just says a dumb. Oh my God. Oh, here we go. The big ballers started stepping in, but let me get to them later. What? Mile per gallon says, I have a built Gen 2 Coyote motor, stage 2 blower, comp cams, ported blower, bigger valves, cars showing STFT bank 1 to bank 2 to be greater than 10%. What could be the issue? How do I fix this? I test all my 85. If you have a bank to bank discrepancy, it's more than likely an injector issue on that bank or an O2 sensor on that bank. So this is the first thing I would do, and it is free. Take the O2 sensors and go swap them. And if the fueling discrepancy follows one of the sensors, you know it's the sensor. Grab 2 new sensors and go. If that doesn't work, take the injectors and swap them bank to bank. And if it also follows the fueling discrepancy side to side, you can, one of the O-rings is kinked, one of the O-rings didn't seat properly. That's the quickest, easiest, and free way to go. Or it could be as easy as an exhaust leak. That's right. If you have an exhaust leak pre-O2, it'll read slightly leaner than the other side. I've had 2 of those this week. Scott N says, channel support, bitcha. Thank you, bitcha. Scott N. Paul G says, 2019 GT with a 10R80 and 255s. I got to perform PP1 shop installed and tuned. P1X Pro Charger 6. Wait. PP1, a shop installed and tuned. Really? A shop installed. I don't know any shops that install and tune premium Coyote guys. I don't know any, unless they work with one of the big dogs, you know. Was told the Gen 3 has dual injections, so I did not need to upgrade them. What's your take? Also, should I remove the cats? No, dude. If you have a Pro Charger, you need minimum like 38-pound injectors like come in Whipple kits. At least a 38-pound injector, bigger than stock. Because the stock injectors are not enough to supply adequate fueling for that Pro Charger. Now, it might be okay around the ragged edge or RPM limited, meaning they're limiting you at 6,800 RPM because above that, the fuel trims go woo, or the fuel pressure, because Gen 3 has a fuel pressure sensor, drops off. So I would do at least an LU47, which is what I had on the white car for a very long time, or a Whipple 38 if you're on a budget, or if you want to ball out and go E85 later, ID 1050X or FIC 1000H or Deechwork 95. Bitcho! Okay, so Paul G, that was Paul G. Hopefully you got that. FSB 4x4 says 2018 F-150, Edelbrock 2650, long tubes, free-flowing exhaust. I love the two terms that I have coined and have become commonplace in forums. FFE, free-flowing exhaust. AAI, ambient air intake, is just my absolute favorite. Because you guys are the guy, hey, Alex, I got an ambient air intake. I'm like, he's a fan. He's a fan. I love him. He goes, opinions on the fuel system or upgrades. Booster pump, big in tank pump, or go return style. Injector preference, looking to make 650 to 700. You don't need that much to make 650 to 700 if you already have a 2650 Edelbrock blower on it. All you need is about 11 or 12, let's say 11 pounds of boost, pump gas, and like an ID 1000, FIC 1000, or Deechwork 95 injector. And I think most pump gas Whipple trucks I do make 650 without even breaking a sweat in fifth gear. Whoop, they go up on the dyno, make the number, and they're done. They go over to Aces High Performance, Mexico Racing League, and they're like, Brian Lewin's like, hey, how you doing? You want to put it on the dyno? Because it only costs about $200 an hour. And I want to talk to Lund Racing, and we're going to go ahead and get you dialed in because they have very vetted tools and they're very, very well set up. And you're like, all right, cool, sounds good. He's okay, no problem. And then he hits us up, pays for the tune, and it makes 650. So you need about 10 or 11 PSI pump gas. Get a 1000cc injector in there, whichever brand you like or you can swing. And I think 650 is easily attainable with any top mount blower, except the Roush blower. But yeah, headers, free-flowing exhaust, pump gas, 650 is fine. 700, if you want to live 700 and up, get yourself a return style fuel system. Hey, 4 Innovations, get on it. Get on it. F-150s are becoming hot rods, guys. 4 Innovations, make a fuel system for an F-150, because then I can say, get a 4 Innovations fuel system. Guys, get on it. It's happening. Get it done, get it done, get it done. Tacuache, man. These tacuaches don't give a fuck. They spend the money. Got that cartel money. You know what I'm saying? But that was FSB 4x4. 3-Valve Eric says, if you guys want cheap cookie cutter tunes, go back to Bama and enjoy being slow. I'm telling you, there's a guy that was on the Coyote Swap forums, and he said the most retarded shit I've ever said. I don't like Lund because they got cookie cutter tunes and they wouldn't tune my injectors. Why do you think we don't want to tune your injectors? Because our cookie cutter tunes don't work for you? No, because the data in the injectors you chose isn't reliable. So we're going to say, hey, to save you a bunch of trouble and to make sure your car runs to its best potential, get these injectors. And you guys go, no, fuck you. I'm like, really? We're looking out for your car, dude. So imagine being your car and going, my owner's a moron. He's going to get some Bobo injectors and I'm going to blow up because of his ego. Imagine if your car had a voice and you're giving it Bobo injectors and you're like, Lund's the problem. Lund's not the problem. You're the problem, pussy. You're the problem. Thanks, Real Eric, for that. Mauro Rodriguez says, Billy Guns, me la pela. Take that, me la pela. That means he sucks my dick. Poor Boy says, you will have to pay for quality. Imagine guys that are complaining about Lund Racing's prices, but they also would save up for an iPhone. How many of you out there got an $1,100 iPhone? When the iPhone came out, what was it? $350, $400, $500? Then it went $600, $700, $800, $900, $1,100. And it doesn't do any more than a Metro PCS prepaid Walmart phone. But you, with your mental gymnastics, will convince yourself that the little logo, the little Apple logo in the back is like a status symbol. But you will not pay $50 more to make sure your car's running top notch with the best tuning company Ford on the planet, boy, you guys got some fucked up way of thinking. Fucked up way of thinking. Poor boy, that was poor boy. So Native Shift says, hey man, I have a 2018 GT auto with the same complete Vortec kit like yours. Is it okay to run race gas tune with stock cats? Thanks. Yeah. I mean, if it's going to have high particulates, like a leaded fuel, like a C16 or something like that, I wouldn't risk it with cats because you're just going to deposit a bunch of stuff in the cat that might have issues in with long-term effects. But I wouldn't run it long-term, to be honest. Once in a while, it's fine, but not long-term. Don't listen to the news, Alex. Haha, our prime minister is mentally challenged, first of all, and our health minister is confused. Man of war, Canada. According to our Congress, some retards in fucking Congress, you guys are doing great. Jake Birch retracted the message and gave me $5. My second favorite type of message. David Jeffrey says, órale, señor, vatos son loco, ¿cómo estás? Que apoyo culo. Octane says, buy once, cry once, go with the best. No, fuck, Lund, $50, fuck that. Let me call somebody on my $1,400 bedazzled iPhone. Hey, did you hear Lund's prices went up $50? Yeah, wait, hold on. Oh, my bill is due. That $850. Child support. Fuck out of here. Osis Coyote says, I left the local tuner years ago for lack of customer service. Never leaving Lund. Best customer service and knowledge and advice and available. And the tune is always on point. YOLO douchebag for the win. Nah, but email tunes don't work. Meanwhile, your twin turbo car is rolling the fuck out. And I've never seen you. Awesome. Thanks, Osis Coyote. 3 Valve Eric says, for the pun you made earlier, I personally love a clever pun. Thank you very much. $5. Big Stewie, $20 says, Gen 1, 2, 3, Roush 76. Gen 1, 2.3 Roush. I did that last time. He said Gen 1, 2.3, and I said Gen 1, 2, 3. Gen 1 with a 2.3 Roush, 76 millimeter pulley, 91 octane in Colorado. I want to drop pulley size and up the horsepower, and the little 85 is not convenient for me to get 20 to 30 miles out of the way. Am I shit out of luck or just run octane booster all the time? See, I don't know how high you're up there. I don't know if you're like a fucking 6,000 feet or something stupid. 76 millimeter pulley and a Gen 1 Roush. The Gen 1 Roush did not flow that well. And if you have like the stock Roush closed air box, it probably wasn't making that much tune to begin with. I might have to see a log as to how you currently sit, but let's do this. 1.5 air load, 1.6 air load when a Roush setup is about 10 PSI at sea level. So if you're up in the mountains and you can pulley down, don't pulley down past about 1.5, 1.6 air load. Anything past that 1.7, 1.8, as long as the data is legit and it's not skewing that load calculation, I think you'll be okay. So maybe that's something you could look at if you know how to read logs. Hopefully that helps you. But 10 PSI at sea level is not 10 PSI where the fuck you're at. So we got to make 10 PSI up in thin air. And whip that rotor really fast and make a lot of heat. Will a 2018 GT Mustang 5.0 make more power using E85? No mods yet. Love your videos. Will a 2018 GT Mustang 5.0 make more power using E85? Yes, of course. My car, Ben Calamer, bought a 2020 manual Mustang to do 2018 transmission development. He's like, this thing fucking rolls. He got a flex tune from us and it learned 74%. He goes, Alex, this thing fucking rolls. I go, I know, man. Shit, man. Dame chon chon. Did you guys know the Spanish name for a straw is popote? Oh, fuck is going on down there? Oh, you like that going down my throat, baby? Andres Martinez says, I have a Gen 1 Coyote and going to upgrade the forge internals and try to make 1,000 horsepower on non-3 single turbo. What else do I need to upgrade to handle more power so nothing snaps? Head studs. And that should be pretty good. As long as the fuel is there and you got good head studs, it should be okay at about 20-something PSI. Jake Birch says, 17 performance pack, and if I swap back to stock 19 cold air intake, do I use the 17 MAF or the 19 MAF? The 17 MAF. The MAF belongs to the generation vehicle. Gen 1 MAF, Gen 1 vehicle, Gen 2 MAF, Gen 2 vehicle, Gen 3 MAF, Gen 3 vehicle. You're tuning my 2020 10-speed Edelbrock Stang and going back and forth with the shop with my revisions, and they're giving me great feedback. I can't wait to slap it on a dyno and drive it. Ronald Jane, you are going to be ecstatic once that sucker's done. I'm going to tell the shop to get you in the car and do a 2, 3, 8-4-5 shift. You will shit your dick. I guarantee it. Ronald Jane. Cool name. Stephen Bowen says, Alex, at your previous 3-letter employee, was it common practice? Okay. Let me get ready for this. He did pay $100. So understand, I am reading what he's saying. But I know where this can go. Stephen Bowen, 93, says, Alex, at your previous 3-letter employer, was it common practice to take customers from the dealers in order to make a sale? Asking for a friend. Now, I have inside information about everything that's going on. But because of my position, right, anything I say gets co-opted. Now, I'm okay with that because I'm responsible. I don't speak out of turn. I don't say stupid shit. This is what I will say about my previous experience with VMP. I had no issues at VMP. I never saw anything weird go on at VMP while I was there. That is the preface that I will put out there. Okay. If I saw something that was not proper, I would speak up, and I would hope that if anyone over there sees anything improper, immoral, or something that is not kosher, and they don't speak up, that, in my opinion, is a bad look. But again, I don't know the whole story. Now, I have been in contact with Matt Coates. Matt Coates, great friend of mine. I feel semi-responsible because if you ask him, I kind of brought him into the market. Now, he just put out a press release today saying about the whole manifold drama that he is willing, because he saw a flaw. He felt there was a flaw in the manifold, and he is willing to fix the flaw. Good for him. Good on him, even though he feels slighted by that whole transaction. That's as political as I can get it, but I personally have no issues with my previous employer. Left on very good terms and still am on good terms, I think. But what has gone on has been eye-opening, disappointing, and, I hate it for everybody that's going through it, but I cannot get into details. Why? Because when I say something, it gets co-opted, and I really have to protect my back and my boys' back because, now MFP, love them. Great guys. I wish them tons of success. They've come to the market with good intentions. I wish VMP a bunch of success, but maybe they just weren't made to do business with each other. Let's just say that. So that's as political as I can get. I'm sorry, guys, but I got to be smart. John Lund in the house. Speaking of John Lund, says getting it done. Hey, enjoy your vacation, brother. Enjoy your vacation. Very well deserved. We have had insane growth. Thank you, everyone who follows us, gets tuned by us, reps us, races other shops and beats the shit out of their cars and promotes our product. We have had an outstanding year, and this price hike is not to try to dip into the well. It's basically a filtering process, and we want to make sure that we serve you the best way possible because you're paying for premium service. And if you're kind of going after it as a price kind of thing, it filters itself out. So it actually worked out. But thank you, John, for the donation and being employed. David Jaffrey says, what are your thoughts on dropping the all-wheel drive Hellcat Charger Pursuit with a push bar, apoyo totín, y perra y préstamo? What are your thoughts? What are your on Dodge dropping the all-wheel drive Hellcat Charger? And is Dodge dropping an all-wheel drive Hellcat Charger? I will make a video about that. I will look into it. I'm telling you, I've been busy working, junior and senior on vacation, boom. So just knee deep in the tuning queue. But if that's a thing, that's going to be, I don't want to say game changing, but dig races is going to be tough to beat those cars out of the hole. 50 Shirley says, thanks. Car feels great. Thanks for dialing it in, bitch. Do you need the tune revision if you add 170-degree thermostat Mike Burke? Gen 1 and Gen 2. We already pre-configured the tune so the fans come on earlier. Now, people in the UK apparently love to listen to, I don't know what the fuck people in the UK listen to. What do you guys in the UK listen to? Iron Maiden? Wasn't that guy gay? Was that guy from Iron Maiden gay? Let me see. Iron Maiden. Gay singer. Rob Halford? Let me see. Oh, yeah. Oh, come on. Is he gay? Oh, yeah, he looks gay. That's okay if you're gay. Anyway, when you're listening to Iron Maiden in your 15 Mustang over in the UK while you're driving on the wrong side of the street with your coffee cup in your left hand. Yeah, how do you do that? Hey, how do you guys do that? Shit's in the center and the shifter's in the left. How the fuck you guys... Ooh, I know, I get it. Oh, right side, right cup. Yeah, but it's different. Anyway, they don't like their fans being on. They're like, hello, my fans, me fans are on too loud and always worried that it's going to burn out the motor. So can you reset the fans back to stock? That is awful accent. And I go, well, your car's going to run warmer because we kick the fans on sooner so that the car runs cooler. I don't care, mate. Bloke. My fans are going to blow up and it's too loud and Iron Maiden. Okay, so set it back to stock. Next email. Oh, my cylinder head temps are higher. So, Gen 1, Gen 2, pre-configured for thermostats, bolted on and go. Gen 3 needs changes. Gen 3, we went a different way. We went very OEM style. You know, John really vetted that calibration. So that tune requires changes for a lot of things. If you do free flow and exhaust and you don't have a flex tune, you need an extra tune. If you do a thermostat, you need a change. There is drag mode available, but God damn it, if you have drag mode in a performance package car selectable, just use that. It's the same shit. Okay, so the big Stewie says, nothing. Gave me $3. I love you. And then he paid again and said 1050X Inc. Okay, sick. I don't know what the fuck he was doing. Cuban Coyote says, let's see what my new wheels and tires setup will do. Hopefully no more spin. He's going to go 15-inch. He's going to go the 15-inch Mandingo Bicho. Coco, what you doing? Man, you're making all that noise. No, go. I know. She's actually really cool. She just gets up to shit and eat. She's awesome. Okay, let's see what my new wheels and tires will do. Hopefully no more spin. That was Cuban Coyote. Paranguantimiquinaquaro says, what was the beef a couple months ago between Lund at Sergio Tuning from California? They kept calling out Lund and y'all didn't want it. Really? We're going to call out some shit ass homeboy who's missing a tooth and give a fuck? Dude, come on, man. Does an elephant give a fuck about an anthill? Seriously? Does an elephant give a fuck about an anthill? He is sucking our cock so hard. And he's trying out there. And he's out there posting fake draggies. Getting dumped by his girlfriend. Stay in your fucking lane, bro. Stay in your fucking lane. You ain't got shit but copied ass fucking copy paste shit. And you probably tuned the same setup over and over. And he likes calling us out because we're top dog. That's what you do. When you're nobody, you call out the top dog. It's like Shannon Briggs always going up to Vladimir Klitschko. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. Let's go, champ. And then fucking he goes, boom, boom. And he's dead. He don't want none of that. He don't want none of that smoke. Come on. Stop it. Also, and there is no beef. There's no beef at Lund. There's one-way beef is not beef. One-way beef is not beef. Sorry. Valve Eric says, also regarding people complaining about Lund pricing, if these guys would listen to suggestions from you, then buy their parts and put them all at once, they would only need to buy that tune once. What happens is this. They get a price on a cheap injector. Well, it's 1,000 cc's and it's $200 cheaper than the one they recommended. Hey, Lund, I bought 1,000 cc injector. Which one is it? Blah, 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 Bobo brand. Well, we won't tune that. What a fucking asshole. Blah, 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 blah. Let me go on Facebook and tell him he's an asshole. And then, of course, the anti-Lund people pile on. Let him pile on. Meanwhile, I have tuned 7 guys with the brands that we recommend. Boom, boom, boom. This guy's still typing, talking shit. Boom, boom. Guys are at the strip getting me longs. He's still talking. He's still building his car. Guys are coming back, upgrading to E85. He's still talking. He hasn't even gotten his shit. Then he gets a starter file a month or two later, and I've tuned 50 guys, and they've upgraded to E85, and they're happy, and they're chilling, and they're good every fucking day. I ran into a guy at the shop and was talking shit on him because the tune you sent was stalling at idle and was upset you couldn't fix it in the tune. Okay. Sick, Wolfirth. You know what happens a lot when I come across that is they have vacuum leaks. Like 90% of the time. Think about it. If your car has the same mods as 17 other cars, but yours stalls, is it the tune's fault? Probably not. No, but tune sucks. And then another tuner throws 50% fuel at a vacuum leak. Oh, tune fixed it. The tune masked your vacuum leak. I lowered my S197. I still haven't centered the rear end with the panhard bar. Can I drive my car 100 miles like that? Yeah, it's just going to crab walk all the way down the street like an old Nova. Ice Wallow says, I'm tuned by you, and I'm curious if the E84 RR tune I'm running now has a huge advantage over the Flex. Last time on the Flex tune, it learned 84%. Peak, it won't be that different. Average, meaning from 3,000 to 7,000 in the middle, it's a big time difference for sure. There's more timing on an E85R2, and the Flex tune adds timing in based on ethanol percentage. Root Beer says, hola, becha. Where do you see NA stock Coyote horsepower stalling out? Eventually, you run out of displacement. Is the Coyote a placeholder before the Mach E is now the stock power plant? I think Ford, if the chains were broken and said, have at it, bro, they probably can make 580 to close to 600 naturally aspirated flywheel horsepower, which is about 560 wheel, if the chains were broken. But they have to do CAFE standards, emissions, As it is now, a Cobra Jet equipped ComCam Stage 3 E85 Gen 2 makes over 500 wheel. Like, consistent as fuck. 500, 500, 500. So, that's a Gen 2. The Gen 3 is 12-to-1 compression, a good set of cams. Really, I mean, the cams are going to be what make or break high horsepower numbers. You're going to suffer with torque loss, but high revving, high winding engines make the quote-unquote horsepower. So I think 600 can be possible eventually. I just don't know at what point Ford's going to quit and move on to the next platform, which in my opinion is going to be a twin-turbo EcoBoost with a hybrid power plant. Bet me. I haven't been wrong, bro. I haven't been wrong about anything yet. People are going on my Godzilla video and going, ha ha ha, it ended up in a Mustang. I'm like, a Fox body Mustang? That the tunnel had to get cut out. It's forged internals. It's built. It's a race car. It's never going to end up in a Mustang from the factory. Now the Godzilla is rumored it's gonna end up being aluminum. Oh, I wonder why? Because it's heavy as shit, right? And then the manufacturer is gonna hop on board. But it is a crate engine fleet vehicle, and guys it's gonna be like the LQ4. It's gonna be like the LS stuff with the 6.0, the 5.3, the 6.2, and the 7 liter. It's gonna be like that, where there's a bunch of different variants for that engine. At that point, why not just get an LS? Godzilla. Supposedly, check this out. I learned the crank center line, the crank bolt, is 3 inches higher than a Coyote one. So that means to get the trans to fit in a tunnel of a Fox body, oh, it's race car shit. You're dropping the motor, you're killing the fucking tunnel, you're either going forward or back with the engine. It is not a drag and drop situation like Coyote now is. So that's probably a good candidate for a Ford F100, an old F250, I don't know about an old Bronco. I heard that some Bronco builders got a 7.3 early in production and were going, this thing is a little too fucking big, because it's tall. And the tallest point of the Godzilla is the throttle body. So hoods have to change, and Coyote fits under a stock hood. Coyote trans tunnel does not have to be modified for a 6R80. 10R80, yes, maybe a little massaging. But now that the center line of the crank is 3 inches higher than the Coyote, how far can you drop that motor and then oil pan issues? I mean, dude, it's a loser for Fox bodies and swaps. It is a winner for truck swaps in the future or fleet vehicles. But that hopefully answers your question, Rupier. King Coyote says, how much power can a 19 manual trans with Mantic MGW take? 800, 850? I've seen them take 800, 850, no problem. Does Lund and FIC fuel injectors, does Lund tune FIC injectors? I have FIC injectors. We tune the FIC 1000, the FIC 1440Hs also. And I need to purchase he needs to know what injectors to purchase and to use the SET for Lund to tune my 11 GT. Get yourself a set of FIC 1000s, 1000Hs. Fuel injector clinic, 1000Hs. That's going to set you up for a real long time. El Coyote says, Viking Crusaders, BMR anti-roll bar. Oh, I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. Lower control arms, relocation brackets, strain struts, the shitty drag springs, subframe connectors, 2012 MTD2. What else would you recommend? El Coyote, I recommend taking all that shit out and going full Steeda, full Team Z, or full UPR. Take that. That you want my recommendation? That's what I recommend. Literally put the most bobo shit back there. Oh, my poly mounts broke. Yeah, no shit. Welcome to the club. Sorry, El Coyote. That's my recommendation. David Jeffrey says, your thoughts? What if you could tune a Gen 2 making under 800 horsepower on Sweet 93 like the Predator GT500 by getting GT500 fuel system ECU mapping? Nope, because it's 11-to-1 compression. It's 11-to-1 compression. The GT500 does it, and I think it does it very dangerously, right? On stock boost, the GT500 knocks on pump gas. So what does it take to make 800 on pump gas? A desensitizing of the knock sensor potentially, a free flow and exhaust, more boost, and a ported blower. So you port the blower, so basically you allow more air in, you pulley down, and free flow and exhaust. So if it knocks stock, are the knock sensor settings stock on those that are making 800, 750? I would never want to play that game. On a $100,000 vehicle, you're not going to see me playing that game. No, thank you. No, thank you, David Jeffrey. 727, Steve D says, check out that Mustang Mach S when you get a chance. And I've heard rumor that Lund works with DTP, Down to Performance here in VA. Is that true? I do not know. You can go to our website and check our dealer list and see if they're a dealer of ours. Billy Gunn says, La pelo pa que no coma cuerito. The Mustang House says, thanks for helping me out and my looks. And thanks for saying I don't look like a queer. The Mustang House. Tomorrow, I will address that. I will use your photos on my other show, and I will get with everybody and say, guys, where can we improve this man? And it's easy. You just got to get rid of your facial hair. It's pretty weird, but we'll discuss that tomorrow on the appropriate show. The Mustang House. Ice Wallow says, thanks for the answer. Is it still cool to run the E85 R2? And even if the car tests between 70-80% too, or will that damage it? It won't damage it. It'll trim out the fuel. It'll run rich and trim out the fuel. I prefer you run 75% and up, not 70%. Will Firth says, for Peasant Chat Alex 2, boosted guys, what are your 60 to 130 times and how much horsepower? Trying to get some comparisons. Currently running low sixes. That's not bad. I ran like a 7 in the white car, pump gas, bitch ass shit. Like a 780, nothing impressive. Jarrett Stallworth says, there are benefits for a Watts link on a street strip car. Not that I've seen, honestly, not that I've seen. Adam Adamczyk says, shot in the dark without sending logs, but a 2012 GT500 and a VMP Gen 2R with a 2.4, twin 67, no cats, made 635 wheel and a dyno jet on C16. That's low. That's low, brother. Seems super low to me, and Draggy 60 to 130 was really slow. 8.6, that's really slow. Blower was ported, but I'm concerned. Dude, Gen 2R 2.4, twin 67, and it made 635 on C16. That's as low as shit. In my opinion, you got to get logs looked at because either your IATs are through the roof or it's not seeing proper timing. This dog doesn't shut up. She needs to sleep. What's your thoughts between 11 to 17 MT82 and 18 to 20 MT82? Been way longer. Do you prefer the 11 to 17 over the 18-20? No, I like the revised 19s and up. According to Encalimer, they did a real good job revising the shift force. What's the highest automatic NA Gen 1 Coyote you've seen? Very interested in what mine makes. FBO E85. Highest automatic NA Gen 1 Coyote you've seen. Honestly, that's not even like a thing. Probably 450. 460 automatic without his cams, CJ, you name it, your mom, his ass. Probably 450 or 460 tops. Might have been a happy dyno, who knows. Full Auto GT says 18 GT, E85 tune. How often should I change the plugs? E85? Oh, every 30,000 miles. I mean, shit. I mean, it's NA. You don't need to change the plugs at all. Pet the dog, Pato. He's just chilling. She wants to go outside. And if I say the magic words, she's going to want to go outside. So I got to be careful. You know what I'm saying? What if some police departments get Hellcat Charger challenges and drug busts and make unmarked pursuit cars catching, pulling over fools? I don't think they're going to do that. It's just not. They don't run 93 octane in those cars. They run 87 and 91. If there's some cops out there, let me know what kind of gas you run in cop cars because I don't think you'll run good shit. Okay, peasant chat. All right, back to my roots, to the peasant chat. David Zaremba says, I'm having a bank-to-bank discrepancy also. Swap those two sensors, injectors, and check the exhaust for leaks. And it's gone. And at this point, and I want to shoot myself at this point, any help? Did you replace the O2 sensors? Like, not swap them, replace them. Have you replaced them yet? That seems like to be your last thing. Should rev match on stock 19 and PP1? Okay. Should rev match on a stock 19 performance package, ambient air intake, E85 RMAP, pulse sometimes blip more than once on a downshift? No, unless you're unsure about the downshift. I do it on mine, and when I nudge it, it goes boom, boom, because I'm not giving it a pronounced, in gear situation. It's very touchy. El Gapo 2020 GT says, channel support, what would you recommend? I am a 2020 GT ported CJ 65mm throttle body, closed Theta airbox, of course exhaust, what cams, L&M or Comp 2s? Comp 2s. Comp on everything. How long have you been working out? XX Typhoid. Before, when I was in a relationship, like 3 times a week. Now that I'm single, 5 to 6. And I've been working out consistently for 3 years. But before that, inconsistently, 8 years. Because I played baseball before that. That was my in-shape stuff. Once I stopped playing baseball, I started working out. What do you think about the Barra, says my mind? I love it. I love the Barra. I love the thought of it. I love a Ford straight 6 turbo engine. Do I think it's better than the Coyote? No. I think it makes about the same power with the same mods as the Coyote, and it is easier to tune it here in the United States with a Gen 2 control pack or a Gen 1 control pack or a Ford Racing or a Power by the Hour control pack. It's just vetted. The Barra is cool, but I don't think it's that much better than a built Coyote. A built Barra with a big turbo is going to make the same peak horsepower as a built Coyote with big turbos. So in my opinion, it's about how easy can you tune it. And the Coyote for now can be tuned on Ford Racing stuff and Power by the Hour stuff. Nothing fancy, nothing exotic. And that makes it desirable in my opinion. Bitcha, channel support. Also props on starting from the bottom and now making it the best tuning company and making it at the best tuning company in the world. Believe it or not, I was at the best tuning company in the world the first go around. I think life works in a funny way, and I wouldn't have been here at this position doing what I'm doing unless that went away for a little bit, which it did go away for a little bit, which was good. It got me centered. It got me seeing how people really operate. It gave me a good reset, and it gave me a humble moment because the people that hated on me back then saw an opportunity to pounce when I was down. So I was down and out, and they thought I was out of the business. And then I crawled my way back up. And honestly, I am probably the leading voice in Ford tuning, because who else do you know on the Ford tuning side of things that's credible, not a crackhead, doesn't embezzle money, and actually gives you good, proper advice and looks out for you? I don't know of any others, to be honest with you. I don't know of any others. So I'm proud of myself, but thank you. S197 Sloth says, hey, Alex, I got some L&M intake cams, matching exhaust cams for a steal. What should I be shifting at once I install? 14 ported CJ, twin 65 long tube headers with free-flowing exhaust, E85 MMR OPGs, shifting at 7800. We'd have to look at a dyno graph and see where power starts to drop off and see where peak is, so that when you shift, it is at that peak RPM band. It's not cresting over. So 7800 sounds good for a cammed CJ for sure. Do you think your channel gave Lund more business? Honestly, I think it's mutually beneficial. I think Lund gave me more subscribers and I gave them more business. I think Lund's going to be successful with or without me, but I think I complement the business because I answer a lot of the questions that don't need to be handled by anyone else. I put it out there on video format. People live on their phones. They get on their phone and they see tech help and they see me and they're like, oh, he works for Lund. He knows how they operate. This is their modus operandi, the way they operate. And, at least Lund we can offload the ticket system with the stuff I do. So I wouldn't be where I am without them. I still think they would have been successful. Maybe they got a push, but at the end of the day, they're very smart people and they run the business really well. So I think they would have ended up top dog anyway, regardless. You should do call-in shows. That would be seriously entertaining. Call-in shows, like someone call, like take a phone call. Have you heard how some of these guys talk? Have you seen how some of these guys type? Oh, fuck all that. I'd have to have a call screener. I'd have to have like 10 employees. Fuck that. That was Hurricane Logan. Chase Cochran says, okay, GT350R says, what do I need to run E85? On a 12 GT, LU47 injectors, and a tune. Do you think, okay, Manny 13 SVT, MFP Australia, Matt, accusing VMP of stealing their intercooler design. Your thoughts? Again, I already addressed it. I already kind of said my piece. I think there is some obvious miscommunication between those two companies, and I'll let them hash it out. I know what I know, but I at least think about it. MFP is still saying, okay, this intercooler they felt was not, vetted properly, so they're willing to fix it, even though they feel it was a quote-unquote stolen design, but they're still willing to fix it. So, I don't know. Now I hear VMP is not going to make the intercooler. They're just going to say, screw it. So that opens the door for MFP to make the intercooler themselves, which I think that was the whole thing in the beginning, having them manufacture it. So there's a lot of moving parts. And again, I don't want to speak out of turn because I don't know all of the details. I know a lot of them, but not every single minutia. Like I don't even, I've seen the correspondence. I'm very well versed. But again, guys, I have to remain neutral because I got to protect my ass and anyone who's affiliated with me's ass. Do you know what I am saying? Gabe Alar says, Alex doing 6 PSI in a Mustang, 3.8, 1050s, 91 tune, cats, 18 intake manifold, and a VMP BAP is not normal. Alex doing 6 PSI, 14 Mustang, Paxton. Yeah. What? Doing 6 PSIs, 14 Mustang, Paxton, 3.8, 1050s. No, that sounds low. You should be at least 8 to 9 PSI with a 3.8. The 3.6 is like 11 or so. So you got to make sure that the bypass valve is actually shutting. That was Gay Evlar. Rudy Bucala says, she's just going crazy over there. Rudy Bucala says 1820 10R80 or a 1314 GT500. What's a better platform? What do you want to do? You want to roll race? You want to have a quality car? Do you want to, I don't know. In my opinion, out of those two, I'd get the GT500, like in a heartbeat, like not even think about it. David Jeffrey says, can you play some Tacuache music? Apoyo perra toting. Perra. Her. Paul G says, forgot to mention I have a BAP with a Pro Charger on the stock injectors, Gen 3, never going to go 85. Also, will the cats be fine or go headers and free-flowing exhaust? Again, if you have stock injectors on a boosted Gen 3, you are living life dangerously. Get yourself at least 38s or LU47s, BAP or not. Coco has to poop, bitcho. No, she pooped already. I think she literally just wants to play. She slept all day. It was great. Now she's like, oh, now we're going to play. I take her for a walk around the block and she is done. She's fat. You're a fat. No, she's not fat. She's actually pretty lean now, but she's like a big pudgy thing. She gets tired real quick, has short, chubby legs. She's like a mix between a French bulldog and a pit bull, which imagine how that went down. Did the French bulldog fuck the pit bull or vice versa? Yeah. David Williams says, what aftermarket heat exchanger would you recommend? Tired of boiling over in traffic in the stock Edelbrock heat exchanger and reservoir? I don't know what you're talking about. I have a bone stock Edelbrock heat exchanger and my IATs do not go much more 10 or 12 degrees over ambient in Florida, Davian Williams. But I do have a badass fan. The fan that I have, it's an old Black Magic shrouded really nice. That sucker keeps it cool. So I have no idea why you think you're melting in traffic. Any car is going to melt in traffic. My Vortex Supercharged 19 in traffic gets up to 140 IAT. And that is a centrifugal with an air-to-air. So if you're sitting still and there's no air passing through the fucking heat exchanger, you're fucked until you start moving again, bro. It's a nature of the beast. Bitch, yo. Eat out that ass, birthday boy. Badass. He must have just caught up. If you guys want to listen to this show, like funny, do it 1.5 times speed. Apparently I sound retarded. I actually listened to it at 1.5 times speed. It was actually a good time. Fast Lane Allen said, missed my question. Oh my God. Instead of asking it again, he said, missed my question. Again, that tells me you're a rookie because this is what's happening now. I'm scrolling back and I'm going to lose you. N-Gauge won't load gauges. Won't scan vehicle, doesn't go further than make sure key is on. When car's running, key on. Checked all the connections and wired. Any suggestions? Email eMotion. eMotion. So support at eMotion.com. John Slagle and the guys will take you step by step. It is a device issue, not a tune issue. We tune. We don't device. We just sell it. Appreciate you guys and you and the guys at Lund. Jared Bryan says, I have a long ass email chain with John Senior. Appreciate his help, channel support. If you befriend Senior, he will write you books. Will Firth says, Gen 3 Paxton E85 36 pulley. Car shifting at 7,200 to 7,300, which is fine. No complaints. Dakota said, once you add boost, it'll shift higher. Could you elaborate, please? So the faster the car is accelerating, there is a rate. So if you add boost and the car's accelerating quicker, it'll take a longer time to catch it. So right now at your power level, it is 7,300 because it's like throwing a baseball and anticipating the catch. If you're throwing the baseball higher, your anticipation will be slightly later. Like, holy shit, that was quick. Similar to the transmission. The more power you make, the quicker the rate, the higher it shifts. So what we do is at about 10 PSI, we let you shift at about 7,300 RPM. We know you're going to up boost. We know you're going to go 11, 12 PSI. So we just leave the shift schedule alone, and then the shifts end up at 7,450, 7,500, exactly where they should be. Danny Whitlow. I am not saying that, Danny Whitlow. Sorry. Schmitty, thanks for the money, but I'm not saying that because she will go nuts. Schmitty Schmidt says, that was me, bitch. 1.5 speed. You're welcome. Chase Cochran, again, like a fucking moron. Love you. Did not say the question again. He said, missed my question. Where are you? Chase. Here we go. 13 GT. Gotta have a green who gives a fuck your color of your car? What a fuck. Oh, it's a green Mustang. Who cares? Premium packages, track back, lots of extra Cortex Watts link to. Oh, he's selling it. I'm just like, who gives a fuck what color it is? Okay, so he says he has a 13 GT, gotta have a green premium package with trackback. Lots of extras, Cortex Watts link, torque arm, Coney adjustable shocks, Boss intake, free flowing exhaust, 48,000 miles. Hit me up. All right, how much you asking? See, that's the main thing. Because if people be like 25,000, get the fuck out of here. So David Jaffrey says, Alex out here looking like J-Mac the porn star. No idea who that is. You might be watching way too much porn. Billy Guns loves the long bitch, yo. Native Shift says, hey, are you going to run race gas on your Vortec car to see how much it'll make on the dyno? It'll make the same as E85. It'll make on a 3.6 pulley with C16 or MS109. It's going to make the same, probably about what it makes on E85. The problem is fuel delivery. I want to make sure I have enough fuel. So I don't want to rely on a BAP 1440s might be fine. So I might do that just as a test. But I don't know. I like the car. It's kind of a daily. I really don't care. What I'm going to do before anything is I'm going to get a return style fuel system. I'm going to buy a return style fuel system next month from 4 Innovations, and I'm going to put it in and get it E85 ready. And then I'll do, I'll have the pumps. Then I'll do a video of pump gas, 3.6 pulley, race gas, and max out the timing, 3.6 pulley, then E85, same timing as the race gas, and see what the difference is. That'll be a nice video for you guys. Okay. What converter did you buy for the red car? It's going to be a 4C. 4C. 6F was just stupid. It was just a dumb choice. A lot of people talk to a lot of people and talk to Junior, and we all tune cars nonstop. 6F is useless unless you're only drag racing the car in a sticky track. The 4C gives you adjustability, right? And I have 373s. So a 6F would have been ridiculous. It would have blown the tires off on the street. It would have been pretty useless. So we're going to go with a 4C, trans brake launch, and that'll be more than enough for the street stuff and the draggy stuff. Alex, is it even worth to get a Lund tune for my 3-valve? Nick Smith, love you. No. I don't want to have, Senior will probably tune it, but I don't want to see a 15 revisions back and forth, and then to find out your phaser flew out of the front of the fucking engine. That's the converter I run, says Yonce50. Thank you very much. Mr. Shorty, new here, huh? Okay. Mr. Shoddy, that topic is touchy. Ask them on the ticket system. Where's Mr. Shoddy? What the fuck did he say? He says, I'm catless, and I got a tune from Lund. Just wondering if you disable rear O2s, because I still get the code. Okay, Mr. EPA, get the fuck out of here with that question. Are you insane? Imagine going to a street corner and going, does anybody here sell drugs? Hey guys, I'm looking for illegal drugs. Do you sell them? With your incriminating question having ass. What the fuck? What a question. Do you guys do illegal stuff? Wink, wink. He's talking into his shirt. Do you guys do a little stuff? Fuck out of here. Would I need a JMS adapter for a Cobra Jet manifold if I wanted to run a twin 67mm throttle body? Bandy on Gen 3, yes. El Coyote says, will I notice a big difference going from E85 to C85 in a single turbo Coyote? No, not if the pump E85 tests 85%. I don't think it'll be that big of a difference. David Zaremba says, 0.83 bank 2, 0.94 bank 1. See if your O2's going bad, dude. I mean, it depends on where it's happening too. What load range, what RPM. It's not just like, oh, here it is. Yonce50 says, never going to hook on the street with the 373s in that converter. Watch me, Yonce. Watch me. Watch me. I'm going to get that pimp juice and a slick watch me hook. Bitcho. Challenge accepted. Just gave the old lady the bitcho right now. Good for you, Maurice Cooper. Edgar Gonzalez says, ¿Qué opinas del GT350R Heritage Edition? I think the GT350R is the best all-around car Ford ever built. The GT500, the 2020 GT500, is more of a show-off car, in my opinion. It makes good power, runs in the nines with minor modifications. We've seen it over and over and over again with the people we tune. Everyone and their mom's tuning that car to run a good number because it's tune-friendly. But I don't like it as a triathlete because a couple of laps around the course, IAT is going to be an issue. And I don't know what's going to happen with that DCT. Now, it is stout. It seems to be doing really, really well. But long term, we don't know what's going to happen with the DCT. Now, the 350R transmission sucks cocks and dicks. So I'm not a big fan of that either. But a T56 and a 350R and a blower, about 10 pounds of boost, it doesn't get much better than that. But NA, it's just perfect. The carbon wheels. I'd love to swing me a 2020 GT 350R black with red stripes, bro. Oh, that'd be so sick. Matthew Trefelin, I already answered that question, but you asked it again, so I'll say it again. Will Lund tune FIC fuel injector clinic 1,000 fuel injectors, and what do I need to purchase to Lund tune using an SCT-X4? Yes. You can get FIC 1000s, and we will tune them with an SCT. Yes. Billy Gunn says, Pachanga le gusta hacerle rusty trombone. Some guy said the other week on the other show that he got a rusty trombone. That means, that he got a blumpkin, which means he got a blowjob on the toilet. I don't believe that. Poor Boy says, seems like a lot of people running BBK headers and a lot of O2 sensor codes. Yes, sir. Abso-freaking-lutely. Uh-oh. Here comes the money. Okay, Stephen Bowen, 38, says, here's another $100 since the first one was wasted with a political bullshit reply. Hey, Stephen Bowen, how about this? Hey, Stephen Bowen, give me your email. I'm going to send you $200 and you can go fuck yourself. How's that, buddy? I don't have to say shit because you pay me. Fuck you. Give me your fucking email. I'll PayPal you $200 fucking and you can suck my dick. How about you fucking do that, motherfucker? Think you could talk shit. Fuck. Give me your email. I'll PayPal you $200, which means I'm giving you $60 because YouTube takes 30 of those dollars. That's right, people. When you pay me $100 to give someone else, it costs me $30. So Stephen Bowen, fuck your question. Give me your fucking email. I'll send you $200 and I'll tell you to go fuck yourself, you fucking shithead. Get the fuck out of here. Go fuck yourself, motherfucker. Give a fuck. Talking shit on my shit. Fuck you. Fuck you think you are. Fuck this motherfucker. Poor Boy says, seems like a lot of people. Give me your email. Dead serious. And if anyone knows that motherfucker, get me his fucking email. I will send him $200 fucking dollars. Or I'll send you $200 to give him. And he can go suck my fat dick. Timmy Anders says, channel support, brother. That's how you do it. Fucking Stephen Bowen. Fucking dumb motherfucker. Fuck you. Shit. 16 GT performance package. Lund 85 tune, NGW, Borla Capac. How much more do I need to consistently run 11s on slicks? Or should I say screw it and go with Whipple for 10s? Ooh. 11s on slicks? That should do it, man. If it's a manual, how much more do I need? You need a free-flowing exhaust, 16 performance package, Lund 85 tune, MGW, Borla Capac. You need a free-flowing exhaust and some weight reduction, and you should be good to go. Jose Delgado says, I'll give you the 60, send it. Okay, perfect. Yo, whoever knows homeboy, get me his fucking email. I will PayPal his shit right now, $200. And every single time he pays for another fucking question, thinking that I'm forced to say your fucking question because you pay me, fuck you. Fuck you. I will send you the money back and I will lose the money just to get you out of my shit. Fuck that. 5C with 373s and I dead hooked on the streets with a single VHT burnout. No full prep needed and I got everyone in my NA days. Osis Coyote. Time to find a dude. Yeah, find a dude. Find who he is. Everybody, find who he is. I'll give him $200. Bye. See ya. Fuck out of here. Think you could talk down on me like that? Fuck you think you are? Some bitch? Fuck no. Fuck you and your money. Dead ass. Everyone's like, fuck Steven, puss ass. I'm not saying puss ass, but don't come on my shit thinking you can dictate what the fuck I'm going to say just because you drop a little money. All right. I'm a little bit past the money bullshit. I'm not some fucking monkey that you pull fucking strings and I say whatever the fuck you say. I did it the first time and I don't want to get involved in that bullshit. Why? Because I'm smarter than that. But if you're going to come at me fucking sideways, I will give you your money back and send you on your fucking way. If there's a way of me blocking you from my shit, I will do so. I will research that shit and find you and I'll block your fucking shit. Who the fuck are you? Fuck you. Fuck out of here. Did you ever tune 95 octane Mustang GT Gen 3? We don't have E85 in Saudi. Yeah. Is it 95 Ron? Farid? Fahad? Is it 95 Ron? Because that's really like 89 octane for us. Oh, says Coyote, what tire? Yonce 50, he had a 275 6015. That's what he had. Just buy him $200 worth of tampons and mail them to him. No. I'm going to give him his money. Because I'm sick and tired of motherfuckers thinking that I owe them shit because they pay me. Or if someone gave me money under someone else's name, I owe them shit. No. If you pay me, motherfucker, on this channel, it's for me. If you pay me on this channel and you get sideways, I will gladly give you your money back. I do have a refund policy. Danny Willow gave me $2 and just laughed. Jose Delgado says, I'll give you 60. Osis answered the question with the 5C. Can you tune a Terminator with a Coyote Trinity computer for controlling the O2 sensors or Coyote sensors? Asking because I saw your video from years ago. Can you tune a Terminator with a Coyote Trinity computer? Yeah, but it needs to be totally converted. It needs to be totally converted into something else. It needs to be, the harness needs to be, basically what we did on the Terminator is we made it a 4.6 GT500. And that's how we're tuning that. JCard1 gave me $5, said channel support. Scott N says, man, I just stepped into the yard like he owned the joint and got knocked the fuck out. Dude, he came in here thinking, oh, yeah, I don't like your answer, so I'm going to give you $100 more to entice you to say, so I just stopped the sentence. I'm like, yeah, fuck you, man. Seriously. His email should be in your system from his GT500. Okay, good. If he is in our system, okay, if he's in our system, he is on my show. So a lot of people think that because they're Lund Racing customers, that I'm not going to yell at them if they get sideways here. You are dead fucking wrong, bro. If you come on my shit and get sideways on my shit, I don't represent anybody. I represent me. Fuck all that. That's what I do good. When I get mad, I am insanely motivated, and you guys get good entertainment. Poor guy. I'm like, dude, you can't do that. You can't do that. You can't come in here and try to strong arm me into saying shit I don't want to say. David Williams says, going on to Alex, channel support. Got to look into some fans. Yes, that you're talking about the high IAT issues. Mike Burke says, I'll take Steven's money. If you know him, I will PayPal you $200 right the fuck now. And I got to see you hand him the money. Because if you don't, I'll call you out too. But I don't want that motherfucker anywhere near my shit. He is a GT500. He is the reason why GT500 owners have bad names. Yeah. Look, I love Matt from MFP. I'm sure they had a bad business deal, but I'm not going to sit here and regurgitate shit that I have nothing to do with and might implicate people on some dumb shit. I'm not stupid. Stupid. Are you stupid? Wait, what did he say? Are you dumb, stupid, or dumb? Huh? That was quoted by Tekashi 69. Oh, Jesus. MacBook downloads compatible with Lund downloads, having problems. Okay, Glock 19. All you're doing is downloading a file. So when you download a file, don't try to open it. Don't try to open it. It is a file. Take that file, drag it into the SD card. Don't try to open it. Don't try to look at it. Download it. Drag it to the SD card. I have to tell people how to download files now. Now I'm a computer help desk support. What the fuck is happening? Andres Martinez says, what clutch and drive shaft should I get for 2012 GT to handle 1,000 horsepower? Ooh. Mantic triple disc probably, and DSS or a G-Force drive shaft. Apolino Topete says, channel support, bitch. I'll keep up the great Mustang content. Very educational. Was able to fix fuel pressure issue on my Terminator by just watching your videos, listening, and taking notes. Awesome. Very nice. I'm glad my channel helped you out. Appreciate that. The Danimal 219 Unity. What? Hey, Alex, what do you think about Ken Bell's supercharger? Thank you. I've been pretty public about Ken Bell superchargers. I mean, their big stuff is amazing. Their 4-liter, 3.6 and up make the power. I'm not a fan of their 2.8 stuff. You know, I'm just not a big fan of their smaller stuff. Or the 3.2. But the 3.6 and up, I can't deny they make power. When keeping it real goes wrong. Enzo Mora. 10.8, my personal best in Bakersfield. Okay. Paul H, definitely doable in my opinion. Okay, they're talking to each other. Ford Moore Performance says, can I get a refund on that one time you told me the truth and I didn't like it? Asking for a friend. Brett Burke says, Alex, the real MVO? Brett Burke says MVP. Is it the real Brett Burke though? Alex, how would you check to see if your bypass valve is fully closing? Just use the boost gauge. You should be able to do it at idle. Honestly, if you sit there and watch your your bypass, and you whack it, it should open and close, because when you whack it even in neutral, just kind of whack the throttle, it should close. I can't, if you're on a dyno and the car is loaded and you roll into it, it should close. You can see it close. If it's at the back of the blower, like a Roush setup, you have to look and make sure that shaft goes in and shuts and then comes back out. So it's something you can do idling and then give it a whack and see if it shuts, or on a dyno, you can actually physically look at it rolling into it. I wouldn't recommend being by the engine bay while you're rolling into the throttle, but you can whack it and do it. That's the easiest way. And there's ways of testing it, but honestly, with the engine running, I want to make sure everything's operating as it should. So just whacking it at idle, you can see, don't leave it sustained. Don't leave it on the limiter. Just kind of give it a whack and see it shut and open. Sir. So, does the VMP 4 Innovations dual return style kit utilize a stock pump since it remains in the tank? No, it's a 4 Innovations dual return kit, so it does not utilize the stock pump. It utilizes, I believe, a 4 hat, and they use their own plug and play system, in my opinion, I think, to make their own kit. But I think they use a 4 hat, and it's dual pumps. You just answered your own question. Does the VMP 4 Innovations dual return style kit utilize the stock pump? No, it utilizes aftermarket pumps. 12 GT500 VMP Gen 3 2.8 pulley 373 is good enough for 10s on pump gas. 12 GT500 VMP Gen 3 yes, absolutely. Shit, if you don't get into 10s on that, free flowing exhaust, a slick, and a good tire like a 373 back there, it should be a 1050 car. It should be a 1060 car. No problem. What were the most stereotypical stuff you saw and heard from all the cities you lived in? Apoyo, culo, totín, y perra. I don't even know the question. The most stereotypical things in the cities you lived in? Springfield, Massachusetts. All Puerto Ricans are lazy. They're not all lazy. A lot of them in that city are lazy. Houston. I remember living in Houston and feeling like everybody was super proud. You know, it's like a pride thing. But a lot of people that were like, Houston, it's like a bubble. They never left the bubble. They never lived anywhere else. So anything outside of Houston didn't matter. When I've been around the block and I'm like, no. There's a lot of shit out there. You might want to get out of Houston once in a while. Same thing with Miami. Miami, a lot of people live in the bubble and they think anything outside of Miami doesn't exist. So it's a bubble atmosphere with bigger cities. But I haven't really heard a lot of stereotypes in any of the cities that I've lived in except Springfield, which is full of Puerto Ricans, and they all were labeled lazy. D-Self laughed. Appreciate that. $20 to say LOL. Cedric White says, channel support. Sorry about missing the latest streams, getting everything ready for the Cobra. Keep up the great content and advice. Thank you, Cedric White. Matthew Goodall says, channel support. Bitch up. 16 GT killing it on the first tune for stock 18 airbox and throttle body. Sold my GT350 hot air intake. IAT's easily 30 to 40 degrees cooler here in Georgia. You are the truth. Matthew Goodall, thank you. I believe you're the guy that, I think if I'm tuning you took the 350 intake, you ditched it because it has that open air element, and IATs immediately dropped, right? They immediately dropped once you put an 18 cold air intake. I told you so, bro. And it's going to perform pretty good. Coyote Red says, and I refuse to be a fool, dancing on the string held by all those by Big Child. Wait. And I refuse to be a fool, dancing on the string held by all those big shots. Don Vito Corleone. Or Corleone. 355 gears too low for a T56 swap, FBO, but going twins later on. Yep, you need 373s or 410s, sir. Ducks Can Fly says, what don't you like about Kenny Bell 2.8's Love Channel? They're not bad, but the 2.3, in my opinion, is very comparable. Very comparable. So I know VMP did a video putting the 2.6 versus the 2.8. I don't think that's fair. I think the 2.8 is too small of a blower because of the rotor design to compare to the 2.65. I mean, liter for liter, yes. But I think the Gen 3 VMP blower is a better test versus like a 3.2 or a 3.6. Yes, it's almost a liter bigger. But let's be honest, that's the competition. So the 2.8, in my opinion, isn't my favorite. It's fine. It does fine. But we have seen... I might be the heat exchanger setup that's my issue, not necessarily the blower. I bet you if you had a 2.8 Kenny Bell blower and it had a triple pass twin fan heat exchanger, it might do pretty good in terms of heat soak. David Jeffrey says, which Gen Mustang is the most sleeper looking? Gen 2. Gen 2. Gen 2 is like, looks like a big Fusion, right? It's ugly. Look at it. It's not that badass. It looks like a racer car. And then some of them roll the fuck out. The Gen 1 looks like a race car to me. That thing looks ready. It's muscular. This bitch looks soft as fuck, but it rolls out. Switching from E85 to 93 before I get the blower. What gas station should I go for 93 in North Carolina? Shell, BP, anything except Kroger and Costco? Yes. YouTube, Corrupt, and free speech. Obviously, you listen to the show. Shell would be my first choice, then BP. All I do here is Shell. Anywhere I can, Shell. Mobile second, because there's a lot of mobiles here, but Shell is my go-to. Timmy Anders says, apparently Stephen Bowen is Lund tuned. Someone mentioned it in the peasant chat. That's fine. That's fine. I will find his email and I'll say, here's $200, gone. Because I don't want him to feel cheated. I don't want him to feel cheated that he spent $200 on my shit and thought that he could say, get me to say whatever the fuck he wanted. So I'm going to look him up tomorrow and I'm going to say, oh, that's his email. I will reach out to him and say, hey, this is Alex. I would like your PayPal address so that I can send you $200 so you don't feel cheated or slighted that you spent $200 thinking you can get me to say shit on your behalf. I'm not doing that shit. I'm not going to implicate myself. I'm smarter than that. I don't want him to feel cheated and I don't want to be forced to say things I don't want to say on my show. I will gladly give him the money back. No questions asked. Bye. See you later. And if I can find a way of blocking him on my shit, I'll do so also. This is not the Lund Racing channel. Understand everybody that's on the chat right now. This is not the Lund Racing channel. This is my channel and I work for Lund Racing. So if you think you're going to get one over on me using Lund as leverage, you are sadly mistaken. And Senior has my back on that. Bet that shit. 331 gears. Okay, you're talking. Okay, so it is nearing the time where all of us have to say goodbye. Today was good right at the end. It got really good. I talked a little bit about Ken Block. I talked a little bit about becoming a tuner, that you have to be really good at customer service. Sometimes you have to give back $200. That's how good I am. I'm like, I'm such a good guy. I'm going to give you your money back. I don't want you to feel cheated. And that means $60 is coming out of my pocket. That's right. YouTube keeps a third. So I will give you basically $60, which someone supplied. I appreciate that, which is really 40. So yeah, it still costing me money, but I appreciate it. What a show. Could you elaborate on having no rev matching 10 or 80 when torque reduction is turned off? Think about it. Think about it. Think about it. When you're downshift rev matching, and it goes, you are reducing the torque that is transferred. It revs and it slows you down. Or when you're going wide open throttle and torque reduction is still active, meaning it goes up and it kills sparks so that the shifts are soft. So when you say, I want a drag mode tune, that means all torque reduction is off. And that means shifts to shifts are firm as fuck. So that means the downshift does not rev match because torque reduction is off. Downshift rev matching is a byproduct of torque reduction. So when we shut torque reduction off, you lose downshift rev matching. Justin Johnson says, Stephen Bowen, 22. Okay, great. Justin Johnson. Awesome. I'm going to look him up tomorrow. I'm going to look him up in the tuning queue and go, here's your $200. And it'll be from Alejandro Flores, or I think it's YOLO Parts or something like that. Here you go. Here you go, $200. Thank you, Justin Johnson. Appreciate that. I'll look them up tomorrow. What head stud length is on the Boss 302 short block, 11 or 12? I believe it's 12, sir. I believe it's 12 because it's Gen 1. I could be mistaken, but I think Gen 2 is 11. Gen 1 is 12. Here's the rest. I don't even have a Coyote boosted V6. Cool show. Thank you, Jonathan Cervantes. I appreciate that, brother. Okay, I'm going to get out of here. I appreciate everyone that was on today. And the guy that, what's his name, is going to get $200 back. I want him out of my life. I want him out of my life. I don't want any part of people that think they can get one over on me by just paying me. That is not going to happen. Talked about Ken Block, talked about becoming a tuner, customer service, yelled at a couple people, and answered as many tech questions as I could. Again, another great show. I really like hanging out with you guys. Today, I didn't have a headache for some reason. Usually after this show's done, I have a massive headache, but today was relaxed. I answered a lot of questions. I kept my intro to a minimum, and I wanted to make sure that I got to the peasant chat, yelling at some people. Hopefully, you guys were entertained. Paul H says, 12 MT82, naturally aspirated, free-flowing exhaust, ported Boss intake, E85 weight reduction, bias plow for the drag strip. What's next? Viking rear shocks, UPRK member, and a race seat. Yes. Yeah, I would do weight reduction first. The UPRK member, a radiator support, a delete kit from like BPS, and a race seat. That's probably like, fucking 100 pounds right there. F-150 S550 says, nope, Boss 32 has 11 millimeter. Thank you very much. 11 and 12 have 12 millimeter. Anything newer is 11 millimeter. Okay, thank you. I am corrected by F-150 S550 saying that the Boss 302 had 11 millimeter, but Gen 1 1112 specifically had 12 millimeter. Thank you for that correction. Pragmatic Lunatic said, yo, homie, can't watch till later, but had a question about my Lund N gauge. I run the flex tune mostly. My N gauge constantly learns 90%, and I have to reflash the tune so it will learn correctly. Sign of a bad O2? I think it's sign of the learning procedure not being done correctly. Sometimes you can do a cam reset and reset all that, but it seems like it's not learning correctly. So a cam reset, I think, re-kicks the learning procedure, or you're just going out there and doing wide open throttle hits or a lot of D-cells skewing the learning procedure. Joe Fury says, love the show. Screw dude earlier, 17 GTPP, MT82, 350 intake, throttle body, cap back. And E85, looking to get 350 manifold and LE47s. What's next to break 11s? 11s? You should be in 11s now. MT82 with a 350 intake? That bitch should be an 11.7 car right there. Throttle body, catback, E85? Yeah, brother. If you get a manifold and LE47s, I mean, dude, you need dig driving, like a tire. I think you need to get a tire in the thing. So looking at that, improve your 60 foot. If I saw a time slip, I'd be better suited to answer your question, but I got limited info there, but it should sound like an 11-cent combo as is. Out of here, guys. Out of here. Let me get out of here. For those of you that watch tomorrow's show, we're going to scrutinize that kid's looks and see how he can improve to get maximum poontang. We'll talk some more dating stuff, obviously. You know, we'll do our thing. I try to keep everything separate. I have gained 200 subscribers in the last week. I don't know how it happened, but I appreciate anyone that shared. So for all you guys that follow the channel tomorrow, follow tomorrow's show, I will see you guys tomorrow. For everyone else, I'll try to post up some videos. It has been raining nonstop here in Florida. I can't get out there and do draggy hits. I can't do anything. I can't hum. I can't walk, you know. Okay, let me get out of here. Thanks for listening, guys. And hey, homeboy, you got $200 coming your way. Look out for that. Talk to you guys later.